A $13 billion supercarrier is cruising through open ocean, carrying 70 aircraft and 6,000 sailors. It's the most powerful warship ever built, and in just minutes, it's about to face a problem it was never designed to solve. Over the horizon, completely unseen, 1,000 enemy drones are already airborne and closing fast. The entire carrier strike group defending that ship has maybe 300 anti-air missiles to stop them. 1,000 attackers. 300 shots. That's not a battle, that's a countdown. Before we go any deeper, subscribe to the channel to join our community and stay tuned. And if a swarm that big sounds unrealistic, here's the uncomfortable truth. In 2025, China flew nearly 16,000 drones at the same time in a perfectly synchronized formation. That was a civilian light show. Now imagine what a military with unlimited funding and zero safety limits can launch instead. A 1,000-drone attack isn't a future nightmare. It's a threat that exists right now, and it exposes a terrifying weakness in modern naval warfare. The terrifying part is that we already know how an attack like this would unfold using current weapons, and we also know that the outcome would be disastrous. The aircraft carrier isn't sailing alone. It's surrounded by a moving ring of steel made up of Arleigh Burke class destroyers, some of the most advanced surface combatants ever built. Their mission is simple: nothing gets close to the carrier. At roughly 100 miles out, their radars detect the swarm. 1,000 fast-moving contacts appear at once, all flying low and moving together. Inside the combat information centers, alarms sound and threat boards light up instantly. This is the exact scenario these ships were designed for, and they respond immediately, engaging the swarm at maximum range. SM-2 interceptor missiles launch in rapid succession from vertical launch cells, streaking into the sky. These missiles are designed to destroy aircraft and cruise missiles at extreme distances, and they do exactly what they were built to do. Drones begin falling out of the sky, 30, then 50, then 70. The system works flawlessly, but the math does not. Each destroyer carries around 90 vertical launch cells, and those cells are shared between air defense missiles, Tomahawks, anti-submarine weapons, and anti-ship missiles. Realistically, maybe 60 air defense missiles per ship are available. 3 destroyers mean about 180 missiles total, and even with perfect accuracy, more than 800 drones are still coming. As the missile magazines empty, the destroyers switch tactics and bring their 5-inch naval guns into the fight. These are fully automated, radar-guided weapons firing proximity-fused shells that explode near their targets, creating clouds of high-velocity shrapnel. It's like building solid walls of metal in the sky. Missiles, guns, everything the escorts have is thrown into the attack, and by the time the smoke clears, perhaps 300 drones have been destroyed. If everything goes perfectly, maybe 350. That still leaves well over 600 drones screaming past the outer defense ring and accelerating straight toward the carrier. Now the swarm is only 5 miles away, close enough that sailors standing on the flight deck could see the incoming drones with binoculars. This is the carrier's last chance. Unlike the destroyers, the carrier doesn't carry large missile batteries or 5-inch guns. It was never meant to fight this way. Its primary weapon is its aircraft, and there's no time to launch them. Everything now depends on close-in defensive systems. The carrier fires its evolved Sea Sparrow missiles, point defense interceptors designed to kill threats that slip through the escorts. White contrails arc across the sky as the missiles maneuver aggressively, twisting and turning to chase their targets. Then the rolling airframe missile launchers come online, firing heat-seeking interceptors in rapid bursts. The technology is extraordinary, and drone after drone is destroyed, but the magazines empty quickly. Every ESSM is fired. Every RAM launcher runs dry. Together, they might eliminate another 200 drones, but hundreds are still closing in. At that point, only one line of defense remains: the Phalanx close-in weapon system, mounted around the carrier's superstructure. Each Phalanx turret is a fully autonomous weapon with its own radar, computer, and targeting logic. When threats get this close, it doesn't wait for human authorization. It simply opens fire, unleashing a deafening roar as 6 rotating barrels send 4,500 rounds per minute into the air. That's 75 bullets every second, each one traveling at over 3,000 feet per second. The tracers form solid lines of light reaching out toward the swarm, and wherever those lines touch, drones vanish in flashes of debris. For a moment, it looks like the system might actually hold. Then the ammunition runs out. Each Phalanx mount carries just 1,550 rounds, which translates to about 20 seconds of continuous fire. 20 seconds is all it buys. The guns fall silent, smoke drifts across the deck, and 200 drones are still airborne. They slam into the flight deck, where fueled and armed aircraft are parked close together. One drone strikes a Super Hornet loaded with jet fuel, triggering a massive explosion. Fire races across the deck as fuel tanks rupture and ammunition detonates.
Incident involving a U.S. drone and Russian fighter jets over the Black Sea near Crimea. This declassified video has been edited, but the military says it shows the order of events, with one Russian jet first harassing the American drone, spraying fuel on it, and then a second time a jet colliding with the drone as communications are lost.
Secondary explosions chain through the carrier's air wing. The ship doesn't sink. Small drones can't do that, but it's effectively mission killed. The flight deck is destroyed, radars are damaged, aircraft are trapped, and the carrier can no longer launch planes or defend itself. The cost to the attacker might be $5 million worth of commercial-grade drones. The cost to the United States is a $13 billion warship knocked out of action, months of repairs, and potentially hundreds of casualties. This is the nightmare scenario, and with conventional weapons, there's no good answer. But there is something that changes everything. It's called ODIN, the Optical Dazzling Interdictor Navy. It's a laser weapon that doesn't fire bullets or missiles, but concentrated beams of high-energy light capable of destroying a drone almost instantly. It fires at the speed of light, with no travel time, no lead calculations, and no reloads. Point the beam, pull the trigger, and the target is gone. The most important part is that ODIN runs on electricity, and a nuclear-powered carrier has effectively unlimited power. As long as the reactors are running, the laser has infinite ammunition. 10,000 drones wouldn't matter. The Navy is also developing high-power microwave weapons that emit invisible energy pulses, capable of frying the electronics of entire swarms at once, causing drones to drop out of the sky simultaneously. These systems are real, they're being tested on active ships, and once they're fully operational, the nightmare scenario disappears entirely. 1,000 drones attacking a laser-armed carrier wouldn't be a battle, it would be target practice. Because when you have unlimited ammunition and perfect accuracy, numbers stop mattering. The future of naval warfare isn't about who has the most missiles. It's about who has the most power. And when your ship runs on nuclear reactors, you already have all the power you need. Subscribe to Military Gen for more naval warfare stories, ship breakdowns, and modern military analysis.